Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone. Welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today's another story time. Before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up. Make sure y'all like this video because the likes never match the views, y'all. And when the likes match the views, y'all be seeing, that's when I be like, oh, let me go ahead and yeah. So make sure y'all like this video. Comment down below, and also follow me on social media, Instagram Vivalayoshii, TikTok, and Twitter at Lifewithsymone, and follow my business page at Brishari because y'all already know it's that fire. Okay, so let's get into this video. Let me show y'all my community spotlight of the week. Let me give them a shout out. So first we got Tarshila Matthew. Shout out to you, girl. We got Alexia 13. We got Op2 2005. We got Jamal Washington. We got NJC 1304. And those are my spotlights of the week. Those are people that commented on my videos the most this week. So thank you guys for showing your girl some love. But yeah, let's get into this video. And y'all don't forget to like the video. Do it now. Okay, let's get into this video. So y'all been asking, and I took a long time to deliver, which I am sorry about that workhouse I was working at. Because when I just went back to go see what I named the people, so I won't be like, I forgot his name, I forgot what I named him. I went back because y'all, progress. So when I went back, I looked, I'm like, wow, that was Christmas, and that wasn't even last Christmas, that was the Christmas before that. So sorry. So anyway, so y'all sorry, let's get into it. So this is when I worked at the warehouse. At this point, me and Crazy, we doing cool. Y'all know I told y'all we was on again, off again. So this was one of these nights where he let me use his car to go to work, which was perfect because getting a ride, it'd be cool. Like, I didn't mind. But remember the boy I told y'all that I named Byron that liked me? I'm gonna go ahead and put the video in a card right here, so just in case if you need to go catch up. So the boy that I named Byron that liked me, I liked getting rides from him, but it would just still sometimes be like, because now at this point, he never told me still that he liked me, but it still was like, he was kind of making it more known, but it would kind of be like awkward because I didn't feel the same way about him. And I seen people in the comments like, girl, you should have chose him. I'm not gonna choose and pick somebody because they like me and they seem like a good person. That's not fair to them because I'm gonna have to grow to like you. That's not fair to that person. So yeah, we live and we learn. I did make a bad decision by staying who I was staying with, but anyway. So it would kind of be like awkward sometimes between me and Byron, stuff like that, because I don't know, like when we'd be by ourselves and he'd give me right, things would just kind of be weird. And at this point, me and the boy that I named Kirk that I said that I kind of had a crush on, but I would not talk to because kind of find out he was fucking everybody. He was fucking everybody. I went to talk to him because I seen what type of person he was. He was not like crazy, but he was a ladies' man and he had a whole bunch of girls, so I was not gonna waste my time with that. So anyway, let's fast forward. On this day, Crazy was like, okay, you can use my car. He kept asking me like, so what time you get off today? Is this one of the days you get off early? What time you get off? What time you get off? Mind y'all, I work overnight, so why are you asking what the f you gotta do? If you got something to do, then don't stay here and leave. I don't gotta use your car. You could drop me off and I could figure out a way home afterwards. So he like, nah, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, I was just asking because I'm just trying to see what time you're gonna come back because I miss you already. He was being so freaking weird. Whenever he'd be extremely nice, that's when I should know, yeah, this go up to something. So he was being so weird, like, I'ma just miss you, you know, I like laying next to you, saying all this other stuff, just weird shit like that. So I was like, okay, well, no, this ain't a day that I get off early. I'm actually gonna get off at the regular time, which would have been like 4 in the morning. So he like, okay, cool, well, I see you at 4. And I was like, well, you know what, it probably might be like 5. I'm like, because we've been busy on these days. I forgot what day it was of the week, but I'm like, on that day we was like the week before we was busy, so I'm like, we low-key been busy. I was like, just expect me at like 5 o'clock, like 5 I should be home for sure. So he like, okay, 4 or 5, right? 4 or 5. I'm like, yeah, 4 or 5. He's like, okay, well, I'll be waiting. So I'm like, aren't you gonna be asleep? He like, yeah, but I'll be waiting. So I'm like, okay, whatever, weird. So I ended up leaving and I go to work, right? So before we go to work, we go in there. Remember I told y'all we couldn't take our phones inside the warehouse. They made us leave them on the outside and we had to lock them in lockers and go through a metal detector. They was not playing no games. You could not have your phones, period. So we in the warehouse, we doing our stretches. The boy that I named Kirk, he walked up, this boy face is scratched up, he bruised up, he looked like he done had a fight with I don't know who, but yeah, he looked bad. So me and Aries, we like talking, he not talking to nobody, he off to the side and he looked irritated. So me and Aries, we just stretching and stuff like that, and I'm like, girl, like, you know, basically point out like, do you see Kirk? So she looking, she like, yeah, like he looked like he got beat up low-key, but who did he get into a fight with? Because what dude was he fighting that was scratched? scratching like that? And I'm like, right. So we just laughing about it. And he seemed annoyed. Like the other guys that usually talk to him, they walked up to him. The boy who had the kickback at his house, he talking to him. He barely saying anything. He just seemed irritated. So after that, we start working or whatever. Me and Aries went in the same bin. We throwing the packages. We just talking or whatever. So when Kirk ended up walking by looking sad, she was like, girl, I'm about to go see what's wrong with him. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So she ended up leaving and going to see what's wrong with him. The boy that I named my work bestie, he came up in there. He was like, girl, I see you. So I'm like, what? Like, what you mean you see me? So he was like, I seen you pull up today. He was like, you got your car fixed or you got a new car? So I was like, oh no, that's my boyfriend car. Like, remember I told you he be letting me use his car sometimes. So he was like, oh yeah. He was like, I see you. That's cool. He was like, so y'all on good terms? Remember I told y'all me and him used to vent about everything. So I'm like, nah, like, I'm like, we are right now. I'm like, but it's just hard to tell because it could be one day we good, the next day we not. So I'm like, it's kind of hard to tell. So he was like, well, you driving his car again, so that means y'all on good terms. So I'm like, right. So we just talking and laughing and stuff like that. So he asking me questions like, so how do it be when he be at your house and like you not there? Like, do he be getting scared? Do he walk around? Like, is he cool with your people? I'm like, I don't know what he be doing. I'm like, 9 times out of 10 he be sleep because it's around the time when he was sipping that it could be purple, it could be pink, depending on how you mix that shit. You know, y'all know the song. So he was sipping that. So, you know, people that do that, they knocked out, they tired. So I'm like, he be cool. Like, literally, he'll come over, like, he get some food, he eat, and then he be like, literally watch movies, watch Netflix, and be sleep. Y'all know he love my Netflix account. So I'm like, yeah, it don't really be nothing like that. And plus it's overnight, so he ain't got no reason to be up no way. So he was like, yeah, that's cool. He was like, see, I couldn't trust nobody in my house. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I can't trust no in my house when I'm gone. So I'm like, man, I know, but it's different. I'm like, he wouldn't do that because if that's the case, like, he would just go to his own house. Like, he wouldn't even be with me. Like, it wouldn't be no point of him staying at my house if he want to cheat on me, because that nigga gonna go home and cheat on me in peace. Like, you know, well, sort of in peace. Because if I get a ride up over there, or if I take somebody's car and go up over there, you ain't gonna sleep peaceful, nigga. So he was like, he's like, nah, I just couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't do it. He was like, yeah. He was like, even like basically when he was dating this girl, he was like, even when I was dating her, like, nah. He was like, that's why we broke up in the first place. I left her in my room too long. She went through my phone and she made me come out before I wanted to. And I'm just like, that's crazy. But he laughing about it. He like, but I'm happy, you know, because that needed to happen. So we just laughing about all of that and stuff like that. So he like, what's wrong with Kirk? Like, did you see his face? So I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm like, Aries just went over there to go talk to him or whatever. He was like, well, Aries might know what's going on with him. So I'm like, she didn't tell me. She said she didn't know, but she about to go ask. He was like, she probably already know. I don't know how my work bestie knew everybody's business, but he knew everybody's business. So I'm like, why you say that? He was all like, because he was like, the other day, he was like, when you didn't come, y'all, one thing about me, I don't know why I used to leave work early when they gave us the opportunity, or I would call off and use my my PTO, because literally, I don't know why I was doing that. Like, I did not need this motherfucking money, but I used to do that a lot, or I not come to work. That should be crazy. But yeah, so he was like, that day when you didn't come, he was all like, guess who got caught up in the car? Like, he was like, well, they didn't get caught, but I seen them. He was like, me and somebody else was going outside to go smoke in the parking lot. He was like, and they seen him, Kirk and Aries in the car. Fuck it. I said, oh, are you serious? Mind you, at this point, I was just like, you know what? Okay. The little flirting back and forth me and Aries is doing, me and Kirk is doing is gonna come straight to an end, because I didn't know this girl's fucking him. He was like, yeah. He was like, it's probably because he be all up in your face. I don't know, because she stopped him a long time ago, but I guess they doing it again. So I'm like, what? They used to do it before? And he was like, yeah, but I didn't want to be messy because Aries your little friend or whatever. But even though he did already kind of tell me, like, everybody, when she be going to them kickbacks, everybody had a piece of Aries. But I'm like, you know, I didn't think it was like that. Let me stop saying I think it was like that. I thought it was just like they was having some wholesome one night stand funds or something. I don't know. But he's like, yeah, but yeah, they got caught up in a car or whatever. So he's like, probably got something to do with that. So I'm like, but why would he be beat up because of that shoot? And so he was like, you didn't know? I was like, didn't know what? He's like, Kirk got a girlfriend. I said, Kirk got a girlfriend? Mind you, why didn't you tell me this? Even though, like I said, I wouldn't have never talked to Kirk, but he got a girlfriend. So I'm like, Kirk got a girlfriend? He was like, yeah, Kirk got a girlfriend. And even though, like, I did hear sometimes that he had somebody he's talked to, but like basically everybody was talking to everybody at that warehouse. So he's like, yeah, no, he got like an in-home girlfriend, like a live there girlfriend. And low-key, I think it's her home. Like, I think it's her people house he living at. So I was like, never. He like, yeah. So I'm like, that's crazy. I never want my man to go work at a warehouse and get that horny to where he get on his lunch break. Cause bitch, what? Why is you getting that horny at work to where you gotta people? But it's crazy because I've been at so many jobs where I've seen this happen. I don't listen. So anyway, so he telling me all this, and I'm like, dang, that's crazy. And we just throw in the boxes. So then when somebody start walking up, we get quiet because I'm thinking like, ooh, I don't want to be him telling me all the information, and then she just come in so happened. But it was Byron. Byron's like, what's up, Symone? Like, you got here early today? So I was like, oh yeah, I had drove. So he was like, you drove? Like, your car working again? Like, but he kind of looked sad because, you know, like, I'll get rides from him. So I was like, no, my boyfriend let me use his car. So he was like, you falling for that again? Yo, not everybody in my business trying to clock my teeth. So he like, you falling for that again? And I'm like, it's not like that. But I'm like, I guess we kind of on good terms. Mind you, Byron followed me on Instagram at this point. So he see when me and Crazy get into it, and I diss him by calling him something that his hood would call the rejects from their hood. So I would be dissing him or whatever and say little shit like that. So he like, it's like, don't fall for it, basically telling me like, don't fall into that again, like it's gonna be the same shit. But of course you would want it to be her, nigga, cause you want me. But I didn't say all that. So I'm just like, oh my god, like right now it's cool. And I'm like, and I'm just enjoying not having to Uber, and I ain't gotta put gas in his car or nothing like that. So it's just easier for me. So he was like, you already know, like I take you to work and bring you to work, it's no issue. But I'm like, you be coming here early as fuck. Like I get here literally when it's time to clock in. We are not the same. I don't have time to be sitting up here for hours because his sister worked here, like I said, and she worked a different shift. So I was like, So he was just basically, we talking and stuff and laughing and stuff like that. So we trying to be messy because we not trying to ask like direct, but we feel like he'll know. So I'm like, did you see what happened to Kirk? Like what happened to him? He got hurt at work or something? Like we know damn well he didn't. So he was like, no, I don't know what happened to him. Like I don't talk to him like that. Like that's not my friend. I thought that was your little friend or whatever. Y'all always be talking and laughing. He was like, y'all always be talking and laughing at each other's face. Like I thought you would know. So I'm like, I don't know. So I ended up looking, like going out the bin, and I'm like fake stretching, but I'm looking around cause I'm trying to see where they at. Cause I'm thinking like, Aries, you taking too long with this information, bitch, come back. So I ended up leaving out. And when I was walking by, Kirk mad dogging me. He looking mad as hell at me, and he not in the bin with Aries. Like he's in there with somebody else. So he looking mad at me and just following me with his eyes like looking so mad. So I'm thinking like, what is he mad at me for? Like I ain't do shit to you. So anyway, so I'm walking by. Remember I told y'all he used to throw boxes at me? He ended up throwing when I stopped looking, because at first we making eye contact. Like he's staring me down, I'm staring him back, because I don't want to turn my back on you, bitch. Why is you looking at me? So when I finally did stop looking at him and I just kept walking, he threw a package and it kind of like hit me a little bit, like grazed me or whatever. So I'm like, I turned around and I was like, Kirk, what's up with you? Don't be throwing boxes at me. So he like, man, stop all that. Ain't nobody even doing that. He got a whole attitude. Bitch, you just threw something at me. How are you mad when you threw something at me? Like, I'm confusion. I am so confusion right now. Like, this boy done lost his mind. So he low-key got an attitude or whatever. Like, basically, don't talk to me. Like, I'm not in the mood today. But, bitch, you playing with me. So I was like, don't play with me, Kirk. Like, you literally, you mad for whatever reason you mad for. I was like, but don't be disrespectful or whatever. So he didn't say nothing. He just, like, turned his back and just kept doing what he was doing. So I ended up moving because the supervisor hated me. So he like, come on, Symone, get to work and do something. Just thinking like, damn, it's been like a quick, like, our interaction did not last long. It was really like a quick 1-2 when me and Kirk had that little conversation. Like, it was barely even a conversation. So I'm just irritated. I end up going or whatever. So let's fast forward to the break time. I go right next to Aries and she's sitting there and I'm like, girl, what's going on? Like, did you talk to Kirk? What happened? So she was like, girl, so I found out what happened. I was meaning to come back over there to you, but like, it slipped my mind. She was like, but girl, I found out what happened. So I'm like, what happened? What happened? When she said that, I'm looking back at him and I'm like, what happened? What happened? So she like, so she was like, so I guess, because she's like, you know, Kirk is a hoe. Like, she's like, you know, Kirk, he get around. Like, he be talking to everybody, messing with everybody or whatever. So she was like, so he literally was messing with somebody. He got caught, I guess, in the parking lot messing with somebody, like getting some head from somebody that work here. So I was like, what? My whole time I'm thinking like, not her saying somebody when somebody is her, bitch, it's you. So I was like, what? She's like, yes, he got caught getting head from somebody. Like, I don't know who it was or whatever. They just saying like it was a light-skinned girl. And I'm just like, ooh, y'all, like, that's crazy. Like, don't try to say it was me, because it was not me. It was her. So I'm just like, oh, that's crazy. And she was like, yeah, because somebody even had the nerve to come up to me and ask me like, was it me? And I didn't know that was like, I was like, no, I was not in the car with him. Like, why would I be in his car? And I was like, dang, that's crazy. Whole time I'm knowing it was you. But whatever, go off, sis. So she was like, yeah, so I guess he got caught. She was like, he got a girlfriend at home. She was like, and his girlfriend, homegirl, worked here, but she worked the day shift, but she was doing overtime and worked the night shift. So she ended up seeing it and she told her. So yeah, his girlfriend like beat him up out of his sleep. And I was like, what? She was like, so that's how he got them scratches and stuff like that. Like, yeah, she was. So that's crazy. She's like, but I don't know who the girl was, but that's crazy. But Kirk he do mess with a lot of girls here, so no telling who the girl was. Like, no telling. So I'm like, dang, that's crazy. I wonder who the girl was. She's like, right, me too, but I don't know. Like, no telling, because I don't know who it was. We all know who it was. So I'm just thinking to myself, like, girl, please. So anyway, so she just telling me this. So I'm like, dang, that's great. She's like, yeah, so he gonna have to move now. So I'm like, why he gonna have to move? She's like, because he was living at her house with her mama. Like, so he gonna have to move. So that's crazy, though. And I'm just thinking, like, damn. And to be homeless cheating on your girl, are you crazy? I swear. I be like, some people really just have the nerve. And I'm not gonna just say men, because men do be having the nerve, but women sometimes be having the motherfucking nerve too. So anyway, so I was just like, that's crazy. So she like, yeah, that's crazy, because ain't nobody finna let him come live with them. Girl, you're speaking for yourself. She's like, ain't nobody gonna let him come live with them. So, you know, you should really just, she's like, you should really just pay attention to who you just, you know, interacting with or doing stuff with, because, yeah. And then be having the nerve to ask. She's like, I'm pretty sure he asked the girl, like, can he come spend the night at her house? But it's like, well, you're not finna come spend the night at her house. And I'm just like, right. That's crazy to ask that. She's like, right. He better ask somebody else. Like, he talked to so many girls here. He better ask somebody else. So I was like, right. Because at this point, it's like, girl, what? You're literally telling on yourself, but you keep saying it's not you. So let's fast forward. We end up leaving back from break. So our manager, he was just like, okay, basically, this was not a busy day. So he like, another plane is supposed to come in, but like, it's taking a minute for it to get here. It's not even about to land or nothing like that. So y'all could take another little break. Y'all could go, just come back in about like 45 minutes. Like, y'all good, just go, come back, and then we gonna see what's happening there. The plane should be here by then. So we like, okay, cool. So a lot of people like, they finna go to the parking lot so they could go puff pass. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the parking lot too, because I want to go sit in the car and I want to check my phone or whatever. I'm walking to the parking lot with my work bestie, so we talking and stuff like that, and he was just kept mentioning my man, like kept mentioning like, girl, well, I hope this time it work out for you. So as he's mentioning him, it's making me think about him, and it's like, you know what, I'm about to hit him up. He basically kept just telling me like, yeah, well, I hope things work out with you, because girl, the way you be on the internet like a firecracker and just going off on him. And I'm like, right, I'm tired of going through that shit. Like, I don't want to do that no more. I'm not trying to argue with hoes. I ain't trying to fight nobody. I ain't trying to do none of that. Like, I'm just tired of it. He was like, yeah, like, you know, so hopefully things, you know, actually work out for y'all this time around. I'm like, yeah. So when he said that, it made me think about him, because I'm like, you know what, he was saying how he gonna miss me and he can't wait for me to get off work. So I'm like, I'm about to go ahead and text him. So when I get to the car, I'm sitting in his car and my work bestie sitting in the car with me. Everybody else is 2 cars down at the boy car that be having a kickback at his house, and they all puffing and stuff like that. So we sit in the car, we just talking, and my work bestie was like, you know, I'm about to go over there and go hit that tree, because I don't want to. He was like, I might as well just save mine. Like, I might as well save what I got. I'm like, yeah, go hit theirs. So he left. I'm over here. I reclined the seat back, put my feet up on the steering wheel, and I text him, and I'm just like, I love you. So I'm sitting there waiting. Wait, I get ... real quick. I'm like, ooh, he up too. Mind you, it's like 2 in the morning. I'm like, ooh, he up ... waiting on the world to change. That's how long I was motherfucking waiting. This nigga ain't never rolled back. Literally, the dots disappeared. It went from 3 dots to 2 to 1 to none. I said, what happened? At this point, I'm thinking like, that's weird, because even when I do see a text message and I don't want to respond, like if I wake up in the middle of the night and I don't want to respond because it's going to make me wake up more, I'm just never even going to open it or open my phone up. So I'm like, that's weird. Like, you was typing, you thought about it, and you just didn't. It don't take much to put ILY back or to click the fucking message that iPhone is going to already have right there for you. So I'm just thinking like, that's weird. So then I get out the car and I go walk over there to them, and they just talking, and it still was bothering me. So I was like, you know what? It was probably like 10 minutes later. I was like, you know what? I'm about to text him again. So I ended up texting him, and I was like, what you doing? I'm like, what you doing? ... So I said, okay. He's replying back now. He must have forgot to send it last time. Y'all know what happened? The dots disappeared. So I said, ain't no way these motherfucking dots disappeared. Ain't no way this nigga keep opening my messages right when I send them. He's like literally right when I send them. He was clicking on it ... So I'm like, he's not trying to click on my message. It must just keep popping up when he's trying to do something. And that's how you keep accidentally clicking on it. It look like you're writing and you go off of it. You know what type of girlfriend you got. You know I'm watching these messages until you respond. why are you playing with me? So I was just kind of irritated because I'm like, now he playing in my face. So I'm standing there and they like, what's wrong? Because you could just see it on my face. I'm like, oh, nothing's wrong. So Byron came over there and he like, what's like, you good? Like everything good with you? So I'm like, yeah, I'm cool, I'm straight. But you could just tell because how I'm like looking at my phone and I start like typing aggressively, and then I deleted it because I was like, you know what, no. Then I started typing again because I was gonna say, oh, we bored at work, it's slow today. Then I was like, no, I'm not gonna say that. So I'm standing there. So Byron like, it's your boyfriend, huh? Like I knew he was gonna do that. Like I told you, like don't fall for it. I could still give you a ride. Nigga, I don't need the ride. So I was like, nah, it's cool. It's not him. Like, it's nothing to do with that. Like, I'm straight. Ain't got nothing to do with my relationship. So he's like, okay. So we just chopping it up. He asked me like small little questions. And it was like, we should hang out outside of work. But I'm like, no, me and my man is on good terms. Like, I'm not about to hang out with you outside of work for real. Unless we all going to IHOP like everybody usually do. Or if we going to a kickback. Because I don't know why I gave that another chance. But I was just like, yeah. But just a one-on-one, like, no, that ain't gonna work out for it. He was like, all right, well, I'll ask you again. Because I know that nigga ain't gonna do right by you. So I'll just ask you another time. Bitch. So anyway, before it was time to go back, he still ain't text back. So this time, instead of putting the phone in the locker, I left it in the car. Because I'm like, I don't even want to put it in that locker. I'm about to leave my phone in the car. So we end up going back into work or whatever. And when we got back in there, our manager was like, you know what? The flight still ain't here. It ain't going to be here for like another hour or so. And I can't keep letting y'all. He was like, it's not going to be here for another hour or so. So either y'all could literally stay for another hour, but it's not going to be paid. He was like, y'all, it's basically another hour break somewhere or whatever, but y'all not going to be paid. He was like, but, and then y'all could come back or y'all could just leave. Like, it's really up to y'all. You know what I said? Bitch, bye. Hello, I'm out of here. I said, okay, you know what? This is perfect opportunity. I'm gonna go home because now I feel like he on the phone with somebody or it's something like he's doing something. Something is weird is going on. So I'm like, you know what? Nah, I'm about to go home. I need to get up out of here. So as we walking out, I start power walking out. Once he said we could go, it was like, oh, okay, power walking. So Aries was like, bye, girl. I'll see you later. I'm like, bye, girl. I'm power walking out. My work bestie start jogging behind me. He like, why you walking so fast? I'm like, because I'm trying to get up out of here. Like, I got to go home. He like, why? I'm like, I just got to go home. Like, I just got to go real quick. So he like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. Like, nothing's wrong. At this point, I don't want to, like, jump to conclusions and stuff. So I'm like, nothing's wrong. I'm like, I'm just ready to go. Like, I'm so tired. I've been tired all night. Like, I really didn't even want to come today. But, like, you know, I just got to go. So he was like, okay. He was like, you think you could give me a ride home? So I was like, give you a ride home? I said, don't you usually ride with Kirk? He was like, yeah, like sometimes I do ride with Kirk, but you know what? I don't want to like keep it like, you know, wearing out my welcomes. I can't think of the term right now, but he was like, I don't want to keep like asking him all the time. Him and Kirk live around the corner from each other. He was like, I don't want to keep asking. He was like, and plus since Kirk have to move, everybody know Kirk business by now. He's like, Kirk gonna have to move. I don't even know if he even at that house no more. So yeah, I didn't even want to ask. So I was like, oh my God, like I'm irritated because I'm trying to get home. What did you mean? Can you get a ride? So I'm like, oh my God. He's like, yeah, he going through a lot today. Like I really didn't want to ask him for real. So I was like, dang, who else live in Hawthorne? Cause get in the car with them. I'm like, who else live in Hawthorne? He's like, I don't know. Sometimes I ride with such and such, but you know what? Like, you just take me though. It's not gonna be that bad. He was like, I promise. He was like, if you take me, he was like, I'll bring you food tomorrow. So I'm like, oh my God, okay. Cause when his people cook, they do cook some good ass food. So I'm like, you gonna bring my own plate? He's like, yeah, I got you. So I'm like, all right, I'll give you a ride. We could make this quick. Let's make this real quick. Mind you, we're not far from Hawthorne, no way. So we hop in the car. I crank that shit up and start reversing quickly. He like, damn, slow down. I'm like, I just gotta get home. He like, what's the matter? I'm like, I'm just so tired. Like, I really just don't want to be like super, super tired, falling asleep or whatever. And he was like, okay, like, you know. So we driving. As we getting close, we about to pass up a Jack in the Box. And he gonna say, can you stop me at Jack in the Box? Can I do what? Mind you, I didn't hit up crazy and tell him that I was on the way or got off early, nothing. I'm like, can I do what? He was like, can you stop me at Jack in the Box? I said, Jack in the Box? He was like, I'll buy you something. I'll buy you something. So I'm like, oh my God. At this point, I'm just stressed out. We sitting at the light though. So I'm just stressed. He like, yeah, it'll be quick. Ain't nobody even in the drive-thru. It'll be quick. He's like, I know you tired, but you get a coffee too. Like, it'll be quick. I'm like, I don't want to drink a coffee because I want to go to sleep. I don't want to be up. But yeah, I'm like, okay, fuck it. Because he said he gonna buy me some food. And I was hungry. And I was like, you know what? All right, let me just take him real quick. So we in the drive-thru. He's taking forever. Because mind you, he was just puffing outside with them. So he got the munchies. He like, ooh, do I want this? Wait, what do you want, Symone? So I'm like, give me a number 72. You know how they menu go up high as fuck, but they don't go up that high, but y'all know. So I was like, give me the breakfast thing. So he's like, okay. He's like, ooh, that do sound good, but low-key I want this too. Damn, wait, what do I want? So he look at me, he laughing. He like, damn, I don't even know. I'm over here like this, shaking my leg. He like, you good? I said, oh, I gotta pee. I'm just thinking of anything, even though I do shake my leg a lot, period, but I'm like, oh, I gotta pee. So he like, oh, okay, let me hurry up. I keep looking at my phone. I'm like, something wanted me to text him again, but I'm like, no, if I text him again, he gonna think it's weird because I don't have my phone at work, so how would I be texting him? So I'm like, nah, I don't want to text him. Like, I gotta wait. So anyway, he ended up finally getting it. Once we put up to his house, he like, girl, I really appreciate you, for real. Like, no, for real. He was like, but I'm about to find out the more information on Kirk. He was like, because my sister actually know his girlfriend that live around the corner, so we gonna find out more information. And I was like, yeah, mind you, in the car right there, I'm telling him like why Aries was trying to tell me tell me she don't know who the girl is. So he like, that fucking thought ass bitch. Like, he just laughing and stuff like that. So I'm like, right, ha. But conversation was so funny and cool on the way there. But now that we're at your house, okay, in this conversation to get the fuck out the car. So I'm like, yeah, okay, so we'll talk about this tomorrow, or just hit me up on Instagram. He like, yeah, but that's crazy. Like, I can't believe, like, how this nigga is so dumb. How you don't even know that your girlfriend even worked there? Like, your homegirl, your girlfriend homegirl even worked there. And I'm like, right, but we'll talk about it later because I'm tired. He like, oh yeah, my bad. All right, well, I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow at work. So I'm like, all right, bye. So he ended up getting out the car. Y'all, I zoomed off, but not too fast because I ain't have my license. I'm trying to get home. It seemed like I'm catching every red light. I am pissed off because I'm like, what the fuck? I need to get the fuck home. So I finally get home, scrape the fuck out of his rims because I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to park. I need to get up out this car. Y'all, I'm damn near shaking so hard when I'm trying to unlock this door. I'm like, damn, keys drop. I'm like, fuck, I gotta get up in here. He can't hear me from the front because my room is way in the back. So once I get by the kitchen, I took my work shoes off, my work boots off, and I'm tiptoeing through that motherfucker. My room, you had to go through the kitchen to get to my room, but it's like a little fake little hallway. It's not like super close, but it's close. Like, if you could hear somebody in the kitchen from my room. So I was like, let me tiptoe in the kitchen because the whole house is carpet besides the kitchen, of course. So I'm tiptoeing through the kitchen, like tiptoe, like, so he can't hear nothing because I'm like, he gonna know. Like, if you stay here a lot, you know people routines. Like, you know, like, okay, her grandparents are not up in the kitchen this late at night, so yeah, it has to be her. So I was like, you know what, I'm tiptoeing through. I try to hurry up and open the door. I hear it. Before I open the door, I'm putting my ear by it because I'm like, what is this I hear? Y'all, I heard something. It's the TV. I'm like, okay, it's the TV. Heart beating fast. I'm shaking. Y'all know when you so nervous and you feel like you're finna catch something, your stomach hurting. I'm about to damn near shit on myself. I'm just going through it. So I'm like, open the door quietly, but it made a freaking noise. That's just the day that I realized I forgot I need to spray my motherfucking door with WD-40 because the shit squeaked. All I heard was like you could hear somebody plop down on the bed. So I'm like, what? But the light is off. So he like this under the cover. So I was like, crazy. Mind you, how he was under the cover, I swear it looked like more than one person in that bed. So my heart is beating fast. So I'm like, crazy. And I hurried up, slammed my door, and I cut the light on. When I open up the light, you just see him laying down in the bed like this. Like, squeezing his eyes so tight but smiling. This one couldn't help but smile. He couldn't help that he was finna laugh. So I'm like, crazy. And I was like, crazy. So then he was like, man, oh my God, that light is bright. Oh my God. Like, wait, what time is it? What are you doing here? He smiling though. Boy, you can't even fake that you was asleep. Shut the fuck up. So I was all like, I got off early. He was like, you got off early? Why you didn't tell me? And he was like, and you got food? Mind you, he stood up, now he talking regular. And you got food? So I was like, yeah, I tried to text you, but you didn't text me back. So I didn't know if you was up, so I didn't want to get you nothing. He was like, dang, that's crazy. You got off early? I'm like, yeah, I got off early. That's what I just said. He's like, yeah, I was asleep. So I was like, yeah. I was like, but yeah, I tried to hit you up because I was gonna see if you wanted something to eat. I'm just lying. But I'm just like looking around. Like, when I said that, I set my stuff down and I like pulled back the cover and then I moved. He like, what are you looking for? I'm like, nothing. And I went in the bathroom because the bathroom was attached to my room. And so I went in the bathroom. I'm like, oh, nothing. I pulled back the shower curtain. He was like, you good? I was like, yeah, I'm good. So he laughing and he was like, what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. I was just, you know, looking around or whatever. Like, I'm nothing wrong with me. I'm straight. So he was like, oh, okay. So he laughing. He was like, what you get? Let me have some. So I was like, okay. He was like, dang, see, you should have texted me and said you was getting food or you was getting off early. Then I would have told you what I wanted. I said, I thought you was asleep. Didn't you not get my text? He was like, I woke up in the middle of the night because I couldn't sleep. He was like, so I started watching the TV. He was like, because it was already on. And then I looked at him and I started smiling. He was like, I mean, I had put it on. I said, yeah, because I had turned it off when I left because you was like going to sleep. And he was like, I know. So I had turned it on. But mind you, at this point, we just smiling at each other. He's saying his lie and I'm catching him in it and we just smiling at each other like, So I'm like, yeah, okay. So he like, what you tripping for? He's like, get in the bed, get in the bed. So I'm like, I'm about to shower real quick. So he was like, okay. So before I showered, I went to the other side of the bed and I looked and I was like, I'm trying to find something. I get on the floor and he laughed. He like, what are you looking for? And I was like, nothing. I'm just looking. Y'all, I end up opening the closet. I'm just trying to make sure. Because you know my routine. You know that if you got somebody in the closet or under the bed, when I get in the shower, they could leave out. Because I'm nervous at this point. What's going on? So I end up hopping in the shower or whatever. I end up hopping in the shower and I get back out and I go like in the bed or whatever. So he just laughing. He was like, you was so crazy. Like, you were so funny. And he ended up like trying to cuddle up with me. So I was just like, whatever. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm not finna stress about it, right? So we sleeping. It's just like his phone started buzzing and it was in the bed. But he knocked out sleep at this point. He is out. So he don't even notice. So I'm like, that's weird. It's not weird that somebody is contacting him because for some reason that nigga hotline blings. But it was weird that he left his phone in the bed. Remember I told y'all that nigga would swallow his phone if he could. That nigga put his phone in the most craziest places. Like, he would literally hide that phone. So I'm like, that's weird that it's in the bed. I know he fell asleep and he tired, but like, you forgot it here? I felt like it was just a sign. It was meant. It was meant. If somebody was saying, Symone, go through that phone. So I was like, dang, okay, should I go through the phone? Y'all, right when I had lifted up to try to reach for his phone, tell me why. Tell me why. He woke up and looked at me and then ended up grabbing his phone and was like, let me put my shit on the charger. I was like, damn. I was so irritated because I'm like, fuck, I did want to see like who he was talking to or whatever, because why wasn't you responding to me? So anyway, we ended up going to sleep or whatever, and it was like the next day, like in the morning, like later on in the day, he ended up leaving like he always would. He'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna go. Sometimes we'll go get food, but then sometimes we'll be like, whatever. So he ended up leaving or whatever to get his day started. So I'm on Instagram, I'm just chilling, scrolling, stuff like that, and just chilling. I always knew when he was up to something weird because he would ask me to do weird things. Not like weird things, but like he'd be like, oh, you haven't posted me in a while. Why you don't post pictures of us? Like, dang, that's crazy. Bitch, you don't even post pictures of us. You only posted me on your Instagram once and then lied and said I hacked you. The fuck? So he was like, why you haven't posted a picture of us in a while? So I was like, I don't know. He was like, people probably think you single because last time all you posted was like you talking shit about me. Like, you haven't posted us or posted me. So I was like, well, I don't know. I just haven't thought about it. Why? So he was like, I'm just saying, like, people probably really think you out here single. That's crazy. Like, he'll try to gaslight me, like, play with my head. So I'm just like, oh, no. Like, nobody think I'm single. He like, yeah, I'm pretty sure people think you single. Mind, we on the phone just talking. And he just, like, really trying to get me to post him. I don't know why. This would be the crazy part about it because this boy was strange. He would do some shit and then it's like he wants me to know or find out. Like, he likes the chaos. He likes the drama. I don't know. So he was just like, yeah, you didn't post me. So at this point I'm thinking like, I know his tactic. Like, and then he'll always do little weird stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, it's something I need to find out for real. So let me post him. Y'all, I went to Snap. I posted a picture of us. And it's funny because you want to play, so I'm going to play. We going to play. Yeah, I had a decent photo of us in the mirror that I could have posted that we took the other day. Yeah, I had a selfie of us in the car I could have posted. Yeah, I could have just posted a picture of you. But I posted a picture of him biting my ass because, bitch, if you want to play, let's play. So I posted that picture and I was just like, yep, let's see what happens from here. So I posted it. Y'all already know the snaps is getting screenshotted. And then I was like, okay, I'm posted on Instagram. Let's turn this bitch up a notch. So I posted it up on Instagram or whatever. And next thing you know, lo behold, shit started unraveling. So when I'm seeing the screenshots already, when I seeing the screenshots from Snapchat, I get a DM and it's from Bimbo's homegirl, the one that was literally in love with me. It's crazy because like Christmas season back in December, I was at the mall and I seen her, but I don't think she probably remember who I am or whatever like that. But she was with a lot of people, but yeah, I had seen her at the mall. But anyway, so she ended up DMing me and she was just like, oh, you're thirsty as fuck. You do anything for attention. You're really gonna post your whole ass out. Mind you, I had drawers on. Post your whole ass out. You do anything for attention. That's so sad. And he probably was high out of his mind. Not like that. He wasn't on that type of shit like that, but he would sip, you know what. But if he was off of that, sipping that, wouldn't he be asleep? he was literally looking at the camera. He knew what was going on. This was not a sneaking photo, ho. So she was just basically calling me out, trying to say like, I'm thirsty, I post my ass on the internet, I want attention so bad, I do too much, da 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 da, blah blah blah, pictures probably old, blah 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 blah. So I was just like, girl, whatever, I don't give a fuck. Like, you and your friend is so mad, blah 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 blah. We are on good terms, and I'm not about to be going through with y'all, because at this point me and Bimbo haven't gotten to it for like 4 days. So this is good for me and Crazy. This is good. So I'm like, I'm not about to let you raggedy ass hoes stop my happiness, whatever, leave me alone. So she like, girl, that's sad, you're so weird, da 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 da, and you just love doing weird stuff. Bimbo not hitting me up though, so I'm just thinking like, okay, it's nothing going on, it's nothing to it, you know, it's nothing to it, right? So let's wait some hours later, and he mad when he seen a picture. He like, why would you post that picture? No, why'd you post for it? He like, why would you post that picture out of all pictures? And my mom got you as a friend on there, and blah 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 blah. And it's like, boy, shut the fuck up. Your mama boyfriend damn near the same age as me. But anyway, so he was just like, yeah, my mom got you, da 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 da, all this other stuff like that. You could have posted a picture of just me or something like that and put like your male crush, da 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 da, all this other stuff. And I was like, well, you told me to post a picture of you, so that's what I posted. So he was like, man, whatever, like, I'm not tripping, like, it's nothing about it. Some hours go by and I thought about it, like, you know what, I don't want this picture up or whatever. So I ended up deleting the picture. Y'all, tell me why probably like 20-30 minutes after I deleted the photo, I get a DM from a girl that I follow on Instagram. I'm thinking nothing of it, because we would DM each other from time to time about little stuff. She'll ask me questions like, oh, what food was that you posted? Where'd you get that from? I don't know why I'm saying it like she was talking with an attitude, but it gave, because why was she always talking in all caps? So anyway, so yeah, she ended up DMing me. I'm thinking like she about to ask me a question about something else again. So she gonna say, he made you delete that photo, with a crying laughing face. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. Who she talking to? So I'm like, what? Who made me delete what photo? Because at this point I'm like, I know she ain't talking about what I think she talking about. What Kendrick said? What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. She ain't talking about that. So I'm like, what you talking about? So she was like, he made you delete that old ass photo. Old ass photo. So I said, girl, huh? Because at this point I'm confused, because I do post him from time to time. Yeah, I ain't post him in a little bit, but I do post him from time to time. This my dude, you follow me, you like pictures of us. Are you being funny right now? Because sometimes I would take things the wrong way. People be like, girl, no, I'm just being funny, it was a joke. And I'm like, oh, put a LOL. So I was like, excuse me? She was like, I said something and Crazy made you delete that photo. Oh, now you confirmed it. So I said, bitch, why would my nigga make me delete my photo because you said something? So I said, oh, you fucking with him? Oh, now I am hot. I said, oh, you fucking with him? I am hot. At this point, I'm writing back to her. I start calling him because I said, oh, no. I got to do 2 things at once. I got to be on the phone with him. This finna piss me off. So she was just like, she left me on scene for a little while. And I'm like, hello? Like, you with him? So then she ended up saying something else. And I was like, bitch, you're weird as fuck. Like, you follow me on Instagram and you be liking up pictures when I do post him. Like, you're weird. You a da-da-da-da-da. I'm just talking, like, I'm talking shit because she left me on scene. So now I'm just going in because I want her to respond to me. So I'm saying anything I could say to get this girl to respond, because you got me up. So I'm trying to call him. He ain't answer the phone because clearly he must know. He must know. So I'm like, you trying to talk to somebody that I be laid up with every night? I'm like, girl, you're weird as fuck. So she said laid up with on such and such street. Oh, wait. How you know where I live at? So I was like, hold on. She was like, girl, you be working overnight. Laid up is a stretch. I was just up over there yesterday. Y'all, I said, what? Oh, at this point, I'm heated. I said, well, bitch, pull back up so we could fight. I am mad. I am so mad. She LOL'd me, y'all. When she hit me with that LOL, I just got mad because, bitch, you're laughing at me now. So I'm pissed off. I'm over here. I'm hitting him up. I'm texting like, you a weird-ass bitch on God. Da-da-da-da-da, bitch. You got me fucked up. Da-da-da-da-da. Where you at? I'm finna pull up right now. I'm mad. I'm writing this to him. He ended up calling me. He like, what you talking about? I was asleep. You always sleep. So I said, but you had somebody pull up to my house? You had somebody pull up to my house? I said, oh, you weird as fuck. I said, yeah, well, I'm about to pull up to your house right now with somebody then. And he was like, what? I said, yeah, I'm gonna pull up to your house with somebody in your bed. He said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Did nobody in your bed? What are you talking about? You sound stupid as fuck, man. Like, da-da-da-da-da. We get into it. Cause I'm like, you have somebody pull up and you fuck somebody in my bed, I'm gonna pull up to your house and fuck somebody in your bed, period. That's what we're doing. We're getting people's beds now. So he like, what the fuck is you talking about? I don't even know what you talking about. So I'm screaming at the top of my lungs right now. I'm like, such and such just told me, da da da. So he like, I'm gonna pull up right now. So I was like, bitch, don't pull up over here. I said, don't pull up over here, because I'm gonna pull up over there. Like I said, I'm gonna go fuck somebody in your bed. So we getting into it bad, y'all. Now that I think about it, I sound stupid as fuck, because how he just gonna sit there and wait like, Symone, don't go fuck nobody in my bed, please. So I'm mad. So I was like, bitch, you're weird as fuck, da 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 da. I'm like, pull up right now. She was like, girl, I don't gotta pull up. I'm gonna pull up when he tell me to come pull up, when you at work. Pissed me off. Y'all, I'm stressed because I said she's not lying. This nigga was up and he was being weird. So I'm stressed out. So I was like, you a weird ass bitch to come up in somebody's house and be up in their bed. Like, you a weird ass bitch. Da, 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 da. I said, yeah, and I'm about to pull up to your house too. I said, he on the way right now. He finna bring me to your house. So she was like laughing my ass off. She like, bitch, did nobody come up in your motherfucking house? She just talking shit. She was like, but I was there. Don't worry about it. But I was there. And like I said, I'm gonna pull up again when you at work, when he tell me to. Y'all, he ended up pulling up. He pulled up. I was like, I heard him open that door. I was like, and he drove off. I said, where the fuck you going? I said, you must be taking me to her house. He was like, man, Symone, what is you talking about? What is you talking about? So then he ended up parking the car because we getting into it real bad. Like, I'm literally like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you got me fucked up, da 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 da. We're getting into it. I was like, you're weird. I was like, don't ever talk to me. Don't do this. Don't da 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 da. I'm like getting into it with him bad. He like, man, did nobody have her at your house? Like, literally, she pulled up because she was with he was like, she pulled up because she was with her homegirl, and her homegirl dude was selling me some more lines, you know, not lines of booger sugar, but lines of drink. So he was like, she was selling me a line. So he was like, so that's why he had pulled up. Like, literally, she was in the car with them, and I went outside. That was it. I did hang out in the car for a little while. I shouldn't have, but that was it. Like, she did not come up in the house. It was not nothing like that. He was like, yeah, it was when you text me, and I just didn't want you to get the wrong idea, so I didn't say nothing back. But whatever. How would I get the wrong idea? Because I couldn't hear her through text. So I was like, no, you got me fucked up. He like, man, I could call her right now. I don't know why she trolling. I don't know why she lying like that. She weird as fuck. She was trying to talk to me, and I was just like, nah, you know, I don't know why she doing all that, but I do not talk to her. Like, I don't talk to her. So I'm like, call her right now. He like, no. Y'all, I literally have a video, but I'm probably not gonna put that in because that's embarrassing. The way I sound, because I literally was screaming to the top of my lungs. I was like, call her. He was like, I don't even got her number. It went from I don't got her number to I'm not about to call her. So I was like, call her right now. Call her right now. He like, no, I'm not finna call her. Like, what the fuck? So I was mad as fuck. I'm like, take me home. Take me home. You a weird ass bitch. Da 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 da. And he getting mad or whatever. He like, man, like, you really want to go home? I'm like, yeah, take me the fuck home. He like, nah, you coming to my house. I'm like, nah, take me home. You a weird bitch. Da da da. He ended up taking me to his house. I said, oh, you bring me here so I can have somebody pull up so I can put them in your bed. So he like, man, you doing too much. So we getting into it bad. Like, I don't even know why he would bring me to his house for real. So I'm on Instagram. And I'm posting little stuff. He ended up leaving outside to go outside. I'm on Instagram. I'm posting little stuff like, oh, this bitch got me fucked up. Blah, 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 blah. I'm single as fuck. Single as a Pringle. And I'm going to beat that bitch up when I see her. Da, 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 da. I'm getting into it. And, well, a girl or whatever. And she just like, delete my name off your post. Delete my name off your post. So I'm like, make me. Like, we getting into it bad. I don't know why I would put people in my business to the point where I would tag them. I'm posting little stuff like that. So he ended up coming back in the house like, you doing too much. Like, oh, I'm going to take you home. Like, you got to go or whatever. Like, I'm going to take you home. So I'm like, take me home. So he like, no, I'm not going to take you home. Like, find somebody to come get you or something like that. I'm not about to take you home. So I'm like, well, I'm about to sit here then because I'm not about to do that. So I was irritated. So I ended up hitting up my homegirl Kiara, because y'all know Kiara lived around the street, around the corner from him. So I ended up hitting up Kiara, and I was like, girl, what you do? I'm about to come to your house or whatever. This was not the first time. I'm like, she like, okay, yeah, come up over here. I ended up walking to her house, literally mad as fuck. He ended up going in the shower, and I just left. So he blowing up my phone like, where'd you go? Da 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 da. I'm not answering the phone. He's texting me too though. I'm not answering the phone because I'm like, man, you weird as hell. All this other stuff. Like, I was irritated, y'all. So I ended up posting it on Instagram or whatever. So tell me why Byron gonna hit me up and was like, see, I told you not to fall for it. Bitch, this is not the time. This is not the motherfucking time. I was so annoyed because it's like, this is not the time for you to be doing all of that. Like, why would you literally hit me up right now talking about, oh, I told you not to fall for it. Byron, please, chill out. Chill out, please. So I'm irritated and I'm just like posting little stuff or whatever like that. I did delete the post with her name in it, but I'm like posting more like subs talking about him. Like, oh, this dirty ass, da 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 da. I'm talking shit about him. So tell me why. Here go bimbo friend DMing me talking about some laughing my ass off, and you thought you won with him. And you thought you won. You need to let him be with the love of his life because he don't play with her like that. Are you serious? You serious talking about him playing with her like that? Bitch, is you cool? I'm just so confused. So I'm like, girl, leave me the fuck alone. You're weird as fuck. And she's like, yeah, posting them thirsty ass pictures was weird as fuck, but you did it anyway, and now you sitting up over there crying and you single. Girl, leave me alone. I swear she used to get on my fucking nerves because, girl, what's wrong with you? So at this point, I was irritated. Me and Kiara, we posting. I'm at Kiara's house and I'm posting like little snaps of her and I'm posting on Instagram. And I'm like, with my homegirl, pull up. Who want to come see us? Who we finna go pull up on? We finna hop in traffic. Y'all, I'm being thirsty as hell. Crazy calling me. He blowing my phone up like, you weird as fuck and da-da-da. You went to your homegirl house and y'all finna go pull up on these. I'm finna go pull up over there. So I'm like, boy, ain't nobody worried about you. I'm knowing he not finna pull up, right? Y'all, tell me why I hear music bumping outside. I'm not thinking of nothing because people come to her house. You know, people drive by her house. She got neighbors. Y'all look out her window. Why crazy outside? He didn't even say he was outside, but I'm like, he probably knew I was gonna know from the music. So I'm like, girl, why is he outside? She was like, you wanna go talk to him? I was like, girl, no, I'm not finna go talk to him. So she's like, you want me to go talk to him? Bitch, why the fuck would you go talk to him? So I said, no. So I'm sitting there right there and I was like, you're weird. I just kept texting him like, you're weird. I'm trying to act like I don't know that he there. I'm like, you're weird as hell. And I was like, you not finna come pull up over here. I'm just playing it off. Playing it off like I don't know he there. So he was all like, I'm about to come pull up right now. This is me staring at him through the window. But mind you, we upstairs so he can't see that I'm staring at him. So I'm looking, I'm like, yeah, he's so weird. So he sat outside for like a good 10 minutes till he finally was like, come outside or whatever. I ended up going outside. I'm like, girl, I'm gonna just see what he want. So I was like, you're a weird. I'm like, you gonna call her right now? You gonna call her right now? He's like, I ain't even gotta call her. What the fuck? I could call the homeboy. I said, what did you calling your homeboy for? You probably already coached him on what to say. Y'all, we getting into it bad outside of Kiara's house. So he like, this ain't even my hood. Get in the car. I'm like, no, I'm not getting in the car. So I'm like this, standing outside. He got the window rolled down. I don't know why instead of going back in Kiara's house, but this is how I knew I was gonna leave with him. I was capping like fuck because when I went outside, I took my stuff with me, my purse. So I'm capping like fuck. So I'm like, no, I'm not getting in the car. I started walking down the street. Instead of walking to get in her car, in the back of her house, I'm walking down the street like this. I'm like, no, I'm not getting in the car. I'm not getting in the car. Mind you, I had on some little biker shorts because when he came to my house randomly, I didn't know that he was going to pull off with me. And I was literally just in the house chilling. So I'm walking down the street and stuff like that. He just driving alongside of me like, man, get the fuck in the car. Like, stop playing. You doing too much. This is not my hood. Like, you got me out here looking stupid as fuck. You got me slipping right now. Get the fuck in the car. So I'm like, I'm not getting in the car. Fuck you. You're weird as fuck. Da, 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 da. I'm not getting in the car. So I'm still just walking, y'all. Why the police end up pulling up? They thinking like we on some 304 and some pimp shit, and we ain't over here thinking like it's something like that. They did the sirens to him, y'all. He drove off. Literally. So they come right there to me and they start asking me questions and they was like, what are you doing out here, da da da. I'm like, nothing. That was my boyfriend and we were just having a little argument and I just didn't want to get back in the car. So they was like, well, why did he leave? I'm like, I don't know. They was like, he just left you here. And I'm like, well, I told him I didn't want to get in the car. Mind you, why did I start walking away anywhere? Where the fuck was I walking to? I knew eventually I was going to get in the car. I just liked the little chase a little bit. So they was like, well, you need to go somewhere, basically. Bitch, I could be in the streets if I want to. Literally, this is not even a stroll. So why is y'all worrying about what the fuck I'm doing? So they was like basically like, okay, like, well, get to where you going then. They ended up leaving and I just kept walking down the street. I don't know why. Literally, my mind must have been gone because I'm walking down the street instead of turning around and going back to her house. Why when I walk and I got to the corner, Crazy is right there and he's standing outside the car and he like, man, come on. And he started pulling my arm like, get in the car. So I'm just like, mind you, the police had already drove off. So he see them go by. So he like, come on, get in the car. So I'm like, okay, damn, whatever. I end up getting in the car and I'm sitting there with an attitude. I'm like, you're weird. Like, that's why I can't with you. Like, you're so weird. If it's not one thing, it's another. And I'm screaming to the top of my lungs. And I'm like crying at this point. And he was just like, man, I don't talk to her. Like, literally, you could ask her. You ask her. Why would I ask? I said, first of all, she the one who told me y'all talk. She the one told me he was at the house. He was like, I don't know why she doing that. Like, she's weird. She used to mess with the homie. And he was like, you know which homie she used to mess with? She used to mess with 7. Oh, wait, didn't you used to talk to him too? Oh, now it's on me. Did you used to talk to 7 too? So now he trying to flip it on me and argue with me. Y'all know him. So I'm like, what? How is this on me? He was like, used to talk to 7 too. He was like, so that's crazy how you over here, y'all just go around and try to talk to everybody each other try to talk to. Y'all probably already had beef and you trying to make somebody got something to do with me. He's like, hold on. You been talking to 7? Like, is that what y'all really getting into it about? Is it about 7? You trying to say this about me? Because she used to talk to him and I think she still be talking to him. So like, now you trying to put it on me now? Like, that's crazy. Like, nah, that's crazy. Do you know he started believing his own lies? Because I tell y'all he started doing that smile. So I said, take me home. take me home. I'm like, you're weird. I start screaming. And now he driving. And I'm thinking like, okay, he finna take me home because he's having this little stupid crazy moment. So he like, no, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy as fuck. He driving the opposite direction of my house and his house. Where are we going? So I was like, you're weird. I'm like, where are we going? Where are we going? He's like, man, I gotta go to the mall real quick. He was like, but that's crazy. Like, you literally, y'all getting into it over 7 and you trying to say this about me. And I was like, first of all, like, you're weird. He was like, dang, 7 told me not to trust you. He told me not to trust you. And yeah, 7, the same 7, y'all. The same 7 from them story times. He's like, he told me not to trust you. I said, first of all, when you first started talking to me, and I told him, I said, when you even first hit me up, I told you like, hey, some years ago, I used to talk to somebody you know. And you was like, I don't care. I already know that. Ooh, you still wanted to ride this roller coaster and you have fun. Don't lie. You have fun. Okay. But no, you still want to talk to me. So it was like, you still wanted to talk to me. So it's like, how you over here trying to say that, you know, trying to put the blame on me. And he was just like, nah, that's crazy or whatever. 7 told me not to trust you and you're not to be trusted and all this other stuff like that. And I'm like, he told you that? That's weird as fuck. I said, because he always be saying stuff to me like, oh, you give these weird ass niggas a chance, but you don't give me a chance. He was like, my bro would never say no shit like that about me. I said, well, I think he was talking about you when he said it. He was like, nah, he probably was talking about that dope. He was probably like, he was probably talking about that crackhead his nigga enemy that you used to talk to. That's probably who he was talking about. He was not talking about me. I said, well, I think he said, when he said ninjas, he put an S at the end, so you was included too. So he like, man, see, so it is about 7. So y'all are arguing about him. That's weird. That's crazy as fuck. He really told me not to trust you. He's like, you know what? You could go home. Mind you, I'm nowhere near my home. What do you mean I could go home? So I'm like, you finna put me out the car right here? Like, you're weird. I'm like, you're a weirdo. He's like, nah, like, I'm about to go do what I gotta do. You can go home. We don't gotta talk. Like, it's cool. I ain't gotta worry about you. You was over there with your homegirl. Y'all was trying to go pull up on people. You trying to say you finna bring niggas to my house. Like, you weird. You weird as fuck. Anyway, you did all of this shit probably because you talking to somebody else. What? So I said, I did all of this. I said, it started with you. I said, we was on good terms. He said, nah, you know what you was doing. You know what you was doing when you came in the house. You try to look for something because you wanted to start a whole argument with me so you could go do you and do whatever you was finna do anyway. So that's why you started all this and you made all this up. That's why you're not trying to call her so she could prove that we don't talk. I said, I sent you screenshots. You call her. Now I'm getting mad because I'm like, I know this nigga did not just come up with a whole theory in his head that makes no motherfucking sense. Because it's like, you playing with my intelligence at this point and you really pissing me off. So I'm irritated. I'm like, you got me. I'm just screaming, but I'm crying. I start kicking his dashboard in. Like, I'm just kicking it. He was like, you better stop for that airbag pop out. You really gonna look stupid. So I'm just like, oh, you got me fucked up. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm so annoyed because I'm like, why did I get in the car with him? Because, I mean, when he pulled my arm to get in the car, I could have walked away. But I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just so annoyed. I'm like, I hate you. I'm just screaming to the top of my lungs. Like, I hate you. I hate that I ever met you. I hate that we dealt with each other. He was like, yeah, you hate me because you want to talk to somebody else. I already know. Who is he? Who is he? Because I know 7 ain't finna talk to you again. 7 don't want you. So who is he? Who are you talking to? So I was just like, I hate you. I'm screaming, crying, like, I hate you. I'm like, just take me home, take me home. She was like, yeah, you know what? You know, I'll take you home right now. Mind you, we're literally across the street from the mall. This nigga turns around and starts driving towards my house. It's something wrong with you. And you don't see this? You don't see there's something wrong with you, boy? So anyway, he ended up turning around. He ended up taking me home. And he was like, and he drove off. Right when he got to my house, like, he really skirted off. I was pissed, y'all. I am now throwing so much shade. I don't know why I was so, like, really delulu, too. Like, now I'm thinking to myself, and I think he used to kind of play mind games with me so bad to where I would kind of, like, think, like, do he really think like this? Y'all, so I'm over here, like I always did. I'll always throw subs, and I'll just start playing music and just singing songs and posting it on Snap. I would literally post myself crying. Bitch, is you okay? You cool? Only time y'all will see me crying on the internet is if I'm on live and I just start crying. I'm not gonna sit here and record a video and cry and post that or maybe if I'm talking about something I start getting emotional, but I'm gonna cut that out. But yeah, I used to post myself crying on the internet. So I'm over here like this, but a tear coming out my eye like, things would get better, the sun will shine again, niggas ain't shit, but you could always fuck they friends. You know, like I was just over here going through it with tears, literally. I don't know. I was kind of strange. I'm happy I outgrew a lot of things I used to do. But yeah, it was just crazy because that man should really try to flip that shit on me. And Byron just kept hitting me up. Simone, you okay? Do you want to hang out? Do you want to go out to eat or something like that? Byron, let me be single for a day. Damn. He probably was thinking like, no, because you be single for 2 hours and next thing you know, you be back with him. So let me try to jump in now. But yeah, that's it for this story time, y'all. But that's it for this story time. After that situation, it did lead to something else. So I'm going to get back on my because Byron started trying to shoot his motherfucking real good. But I'm gonna get back on my stories about the warehouse because I know how y'all like them. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like this video. Sorry y'all for clapping. I'm got a lot of energy right now. Don't forget to like this video. I love you guys so much and I'll see you on my next one. Peace out.